artist calls.
Right. Yeah. In fact, that's where I saw your stuff for the first time. It was
Okay.
here at the Artist Gallery. I want to say, I can't remember the name of the piece, but it was part of a series. I want to say it had some like Japanese writing or newspaper behind it. It's like a circle with you know what I'm talking about? Like a bluish circle maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I saw your stuff because I have a background in Asia. I speak Mandarin Chinese, and so I was immediately drawn to that. Anytime I see the Chinese characters, which the Japanese use in kanji, I saw that and that brought me in. And then there was the circle aspect of it all.
Yeah.
So it was very inviting.
All of that came about because I was online. I used to do a fair amount of collage work. And so I was always looking for more stuff that I could use. And I came across this website, and they had manuscripts from different countries all over the world. And they had this one Japanese manuscript that was written in the 17th century.
Okay, yeah.
About astronomy.
Oh.
And I've always loved astronomy, so I was like, I got to get a copy of that.
Okay.
And so I ended up making prints of it and using that as kind of like this, where I have the Bible in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds another layer of interest and depth and just what's going on here.
Yeah.
And so I did a lot of those gold circles with Japanese pages from the Japanese manuscript. Sold quite a few of them.
Yeah.
You just don't see that stuff every day.
Yeah, and it invited me in to look at it because, again, the circle, the colors, and then, the mystery of what does it say? What is it talking about? I had no idea. I mean, I could read some of the kanji, some of the characters, but it doesn't always translate verbatim. And if it was from the 16th century, I'm sure I didn't. There's no way I would be able to read it anyway, even if it wasn't Chinese. But yeah, I like how your work incorporates a lot of different things. And so, in fact, you just mentioned this piece behind us here. So you said you have the Bible in the background. Any particular part? Oh, it looks like Psalms. Okay.
Yeah, these are actual pages from like an old family Bible. And I came across a shelf at Half Price Books. They had all these like huge Bibles, that are that thick.
Yeah.
And just thought, I'm going to buy a couple of these. And I ended up cutting them up. And just thought that would be a perfect underpainting, so to speak, for something. And so I still have a lot of those pages left. I mean, I could paint for another 100 years doing stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll keep doing it, man. I love it. I love that too. That I got bit by a similar bug recently where I just want to use the Bible in the backgrounds of all my pieces.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah.
We're on fire, man.
Yeah.
I also wanted to mention before we get too far into this that I've been doing this. This is episode 20-ish, 20-something-ish. Can't remember. I don't know which one it'll be. But I've talked to a lot of people from Texas. But most of the artists that I've talked to are transplanted from somewhere else. There's been a handful from Texas, and only a couple who actually have the real Texas accent. And I feel like you have the real deal. There's a couple who kind of have a little bit here and there, but I just love that. I wish there was more of that. Do you feel like the folks who live in Texas now, I feel like they're running away from the accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why is that, do you think?
Being a Texan, it has its good points.
Yeah.
And for some people that aren't born and raised here, they're not so good points.
Okay.
We can be pretty bold in the way we speak.
Yeah.
And that really, some people are really put off by that.
Maybe all the transplants coming in.
Yeah. But I I used to sound a lot more Texan than I do now.
Really?
In junior high, my parents moved the whole family to Europe,
Okay.
and my dad had been over there for a couple of years already, and decided to move the whole family over there. And by the time I came back to the U.S., I had lost a good part of my accent.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Where did you live in Europe? Exactly.
lived in Holland.
Holland. Okay. The
Yeah.
Dutch. Yeah. They speak perfect English, for the most part.
Well, I mean, to graduate from high school in the Netherlands, they have to take like 5 languages.
Yeah.
So they're conversant, of course, in Dutch, but they also speak English, German, French, Spanish,
Yeah.
and Italian.
Wow.
I mean, you know, I took 3 years of French and I never could speak it.
Right.
But, you know,
So you found yourself. Did you lose the accent on purpose while you were there, or did
no,
you?
it
you
just
lost
kind of,
it?
yeah.
If you don't hear it, and that's funny because I moved here from Chicago, and I'm starting to pick it up now. Like
Yeah.
I want it. I
Yeah.
can't be fake, but I do hear it coming out every once in a while. Just a longer vowel sound, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, y'all. That was the first thing. As a Chicagoan moving here, getting used to saying y'all. That's something that you don't say up north, right?
Yeah. You know what the
Very rare.
plural of y'all is?
Y'alls?
All y'all.
Oh, y'all, yeah. I had a buddy who said, you know you're Texan when you say, are all y'all going in all y'all's cars? Right? Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Anyway, well, I love it. I love the draw. I love it's kind of sing-songy. It's good to listen to. I like listening to it, right? It's similar to, it sounds like how your paintings look, right? There's a song about it. There's some dance going on. So let's talk about that a little bit. We have 2 different pieces behind us, but then we'll show pictures of your work, so people know what we're talking about. When I think of your paintings, I think of like big, bright, bold colors, and this kind of song and dance between them. There seems to be patterns going on, interlocking patterns, a little bit of mystery. Is that all reading with you?
That all is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You know, I never liked abstract paintings growing up.
Really?
In fact, I hated them.
Okay.
And I like traditional landscapes,
Okay.
especially Western landscapes.
Right on. Hill country?
Yeah, you bet. Hill country.
That's right.
And the far, you know, the American West, the great American West,
Yeah.
because that's where we went every year on vacation.
Okay.
Extended car trips to New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Arizona. And my parents loved just moving. So we were always in motion,
Okay.
either going out there on vacations or we were going to visit relatives in Louisiana and South Carolina and Mississippi. And so we were always either in a car, a train, or a plane
Right.
going somewhere.
Okay.
So literally it was planes, trains, and automobiles.
Right.
And in a lot of ways, I got more of an education from our travels than I did from school. Because we were always being exposed to different cultures,
Yeah.
different areas, different landscapes, different languages. And so it just did something to me.
Now, at this time when you were young, were you drawing? Were you doing any sort of painting? Were you sketching?
You know, it's funny. I did an interview with a magazine 5 or 6 years ago, and one of the questions they asked me was, "What's the first time you recall drawing or painting?" And I was in 2nd grade, and there was a school trip to go to the symphony, and I couldn't go because I did something that the teacher didn't like, so you're not going on the,
Mm.
and they were going to go to the symphony and, some classical music. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lord.
Right.
So I didn't go on that. So they put me in a classroom with just me and some poor teacher that had to sit there and watch me, make sure I didn't set fire to the place or something.
Right.
And she said, just behave. And she got this big roll of craft paper and rolled it out on the floor and gave me a couple of boxes of crayons and said, here, just draw. And I was like, huh. I mean, that's a better idea than I was thinking about somehow climbing out of the window and getting away. And so I started drawing stuff. And they ended up hanging a bunch of them on the walls of the school.
Okay.
He's like, dang, we're gonna put these up.
So like the first time out, you just
out.
had something.
I had something inside of me
Yeah.
that needed to come out, and I'd never really thought about it.
That's cool.
So that was a pretty important day in my life, as it turns out.
Right on. So that was the beginning, and then was drawing just something you've always done since then?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mainly did pencil drawing because I still had no concept of being an artist.
Right.
Or even what that meant. And I just liked to draw. And so I didn't draw all the time because I was playing sports and running around with my friends.
Right.
But looking back, it's obvious that there was something in me that wanted to come out.
Right. And then I understand you had a career in architecture, right?
I did.
Were you a draftsman then, or were you drawing in that field, or were you doing something different?
No, I got my degree in architecture because I loved architecture. And I can remember, once again, second grade. I'm reading a biography of Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
And I had zero desire to become president. But I thought, God, he's an architect. And he is a self-taught architect. And I mean, he designed incredible, he did the whole University of Virginia.
Really?
Original campus. He designed everything.
Okay.
And so I thought, man, that kind of intrigues me. And so from that age on, I just assumed I'm going to become an architect.
Okay.
And I did.
You did, right. And so were you pencil, that's an architect's best friend, right? I mean,
well, it was back then.
Back then, for sure.
We didn't have computers or software like that. I went to work for Skidmore, Owings and Merrill.
Okay, pretty well known.
Pretty well known. At the time, they were the biggest architectural firm in the world. And I loved being there because they had such a culture of just excellence. But more than just excellence, they were always pushing the boundaries and always trying to get things, do something that had never been done before. And I loved working there.
You got to do a lot of different.
I got to work on a lot of different things. And I was in the Houston office, which doesn't exist anymore and hasn't for a long time, but we were probably the hottest office in the whole SOM framework. And so as somebody right out of college, I got to work on projects that, I would have never been able to work on.
Cool. And so did you, while you're working as an architect, is that when did the light bulb come on for you for abstract painting? Because that had to have.
That was a lot, way down the road from there.
Okay. Because you've had this art bug in you for as long as you can remember. Back to the second grade, you've been drawing, you've been having this creativity come out of you through architecture. But then when did you decide to pick up a paintbrush and splash some color around?
So in sixth grade, there was a citywide competition in Houston, grades 6 through 12. And anybody, not anybody, but in each school, they picked out students that they wanted to draw something and enter it into this competition. And I don't know why they picked me. I guess because I had stuff hanging on the walls.
Because you were in detention.
Yeah, I was in detention.
Yeah.
So they took me and about 8 other kids from our grade school into the school library, and I don't know how it. I don't remember why I drew what I drew. I think they didn't give you a certain thing to paint or draw. But so when everybody's stuff got submitted, there were 25 people who were going to win scholarships, and to my great surprise, I was one of them. And so this is back when the Museum of Fine Arts, there was no Glassell School of Art.
Yeah.
And so they had a studio off of the main exhibition area.
This is
And
the Houston Museum of Fine Arts.
yeah, Houston Museum of Fine Arts. And it was a 2-year scholarship, and every week during the school year, in the afternoon after school was out, I went to the Museum of Fine Arts, and they had 2 women that kind of ran the thing, and you could do anything. I mean, oil painting, watercolors, pencil drawing. You could make sculpture, you could use clay. I mean, pretty much any means of making something.
This is an open studio in the
Open
museum.
studio in the museum.
Surrounded by the world's greatest artists, and you get to do whatever you want as a kid. Wow.
And so I ended up, I usually got there a little bit early, and so I'd roam around the museum. And that's when I discovered my love of Western landscapes. They had two rooms full of Frederick Remington paintings.
Cool.
I mean, I saw those and I'm like, oh my God, that's what I want that.
Right.
I want to be able to do that. And so that's where I first really got interested in drawing and painting. I'd been doing it, but now I was really interested in it.
So when you were in that studio, are you trying to mimic the Western landscapes? Or are you trying to do your version of that?
I was trying to do my version of it. Not that I wouldn't have tried to mimic one of theirs because it's hanging in the museum. So,
but that's your inspiration. That
was my inspiration.
What an experience that had to be. I mean, as a young person, to have all that at your fingertips. Even now, if I had that, I would just.
I was so intimidated though.
Really?
Because one of the women that ran the thing, I forget her name, maybe Dorothy Hood. I just can't remember. It's been a long time. She was like the best known Texas female abstract artist for her generation. I mean, she was a towering figure. I didn't recognize that at the time. It wasn't until many years later that I even realized that's who it was. But it was a great experience. I was so intimidated, though, by almost everybody in the class was older than me. I mean, you had seniors in high school who were cranking out some pretty unbelievable work.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was still over there, coloring in a coloring book. So.
But to be surrounded by that had to have been left a good impression on you.
It did.
Growing up later, because now here you are selling in galleries, doing shows, doing that sort of thing.
Well, part of the probably the biggest takeaway I got from being there in the museum was I decided I wanted to collect art.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I mean, I bought my first real piece of art in college, and I've still got it.
Really? That's cool. Yeah.
I still love that little thing. I mean, it's
awesome.
like this big,
Uh-huh.
and
Did you know the artist, or was it someone you didn't know?
it's not somebody I knew.
Okay.
Somebody here in Texas.
Okay.
I was working my way through college, and I was working at this woman's store in Austin, and I made about $75 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And that little painting I bought was $75. I mean,
Oh.
that was like,
Wow.
man, my whole
Yeah, the whole paycheck, right?
paycheck was gone. But I didn't even blink. I'm just like, man, that's
Gotta have
that's
it.
money well spent.
Yeah.
I've
Cool.
never regretted.
What was it of? Yeah.
It's just it's like this elderly gentleman, and he's walking down the street, down the sidewalk, and he's got a cane, and he's just kind of ambling along. And I don't know why that just fascinated me. I mean, it looked like he was probably Hispanic, but I mean, he's a man of culture, and he's just doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that meant so much to
Yeah.
me, but I'm like, dang,
Got you.
I gotta have that.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I bought it.
Yeah, and it's funny being here talking to you now. I can see in your eyes that it still moves you. Like you're still feeling it.
It's
That's awesome.
it's sitting on a table in my living room, so I can see it every day.
That's cool. Yeah, I think as a collector, you also have a different perspective on creating things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it informs your tastes and your style. What are some things that collecting art has taught you about creating art? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, I mean, when you're collecting art and you're spending real money that you've worked for to take something into your home, you over time you become you develop this sense of I don't know how to phrase it, but you start paying attention to the details, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of like a
And-
reverence. Do you feel like you respect the art more?
Yeah, and plus, I mean, for a long time, I'd go into galleries and I'd go, I could paint that. I know I could paint that. And
yeah.
my friends were finally like, dude, put up or shut up, man. Just
Right.
do it.
Yeah. Well, praise God for that.
Yeah. It was a good thing. But it made me start studying art more. And what it really did was I ended up going to SMU and taking a class in oil painting
Oh, okay. Cool.
from a real professor who knew what she was talking
All
about.
right, huh? Yeah.
And I realized I could not paint
Okay.
those paintings,
Right, huh?
at least not yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've really believed that I could someday. And so,
And was that doing like still lifes, landscapes, that sort of thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we would go out and occasionally go out plein air
Plein air, yeah.
and paint some. At the end of the semester, that woman was just, she came up to me and she goes, I know you're frustrated, but you have a really good sense of color and composition.
Yeah.
You just don't know how to paint. And the only way to learn how to paint is to just paint.
Paint more, right? Exactly,
more.
Exactly.
And she started inviting me to go out with her and 4 or 5 other painters and paint plein air during the spring and summer. And so I did that for probably 3 years.
Oh, cool.
And I switched from doing oil painting because I was living in a little bungalow in Lakewood in Dallas, and I didn't have room to have a bunch of oil paintings sitting around drying.
Right.
And so I switched to watercolors.
Oh, okay.
And when I did that, all the other artists, who were all oil painters, like, dude, we can't believe you're painting watercolors. That is so hard.
Yeah,
I'm like,
hard.
no, what you're doing is hard.
Yeah.
You know, and watercolors are just the complete inverse of doing oil painting. Oil paintings, you go dark to light, and in watercolors, you go light to dark. But it was a wonderful experience, and I was in real estate by then. I had left architecture, went to work for Trammell Crow Company in Dallas,
Okay.
and I was starting to make the kind of money where I could even up my game in terms of buying art. And I didn't have the time anymore to go out and paint plein air with those guys. And so at some point in that journey in real estate, I just kept having this recurring thought, I need to start painting again. But I mean, I was doing projects all over the U.S. and Europe and Japan, and I just didn't have the time. But ultimately, I found the time,
Okay.
and that's another story in and of itself.
Well, when did you find the time, and then also when did you make that turn to abstract painting? Was it because of being in real estate, seeing all the different designs inside? No.
No.
Okay.
My best friend in Houston, who I grew up with, I mean, we've known each other since kindergarten, and he and his wife love art. And Jim, in particular, loves abstract art. And so, and every time I'd go visit him, you know, he was almost always talking about some new piece he'd gotten. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But at one point, I went to visit him, and they're like, "Oh, dude, we just got this painting from Santa Fe. We had it commissioned just for us, and we're just getting ready to open it up, so we're going to show it to you." And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, wonder how much money he threw away on this thing."
Right.
But when they opened the crate, it was just like, oh my goodness, that is beautiful. And I couldn't believe I was saying that. It was like Saul on the road to Damascus when he meets the risen Christ and he goes, ah!
Right.
You know,
You went blind.
he went blind. So that was a real epiphany for me.
That you could be moved by an abstract, and that.
Yes.
Okay.
That was against everything I believed.
Yeah. Yeah, because up to this point, everything had been more traditional realism.
Yeah.
So then, having that experience, when did you decide to get out the brushes and start doing it on your own?
It was about a year later,
Okay.
and it wasn't a decision I made. Actually, I was praying one morning, and I was like, "Lord, I want to give you a present. I mean, what do you give? What can you give God?
Yeah.
He's got everything."
Right.
Yeah, but I thought, I don't know what put that thought in my mind, but it just came out. So like, what can I give you as a present? And I immediately heard a voice say, "I want you to paint for me." And I knew he wasn't talking about painting cars or apartments. But at the time, I was a partner in a real estate firm. We had some big projects going that we'd been working on for 4 or 5 years. And so the thought of just walking away from that never entered my mind, but I can paint on weekends.
Yeah.
Or maybe at night. And so, but when I heard the voice say, "I want you to paint for me," I'd had the epiphany a year earlier, and I knew he wanted me to paint abstract
You
art.
put it together.
Yes.
Right. And so did you, like, when I hear that, I get the chills up my arm, because I know, Like when you're in prayer and you walk with God, you know when He's speaking to you, right? You know the voice of God, and it might not have been like an audible voice, like someone's talking to you. Hey, Chris, go paint, but you feel it, right?
I absolutely knew it was his voice,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if it was me speaking, I would not have said that.
Right.
I had other ideas in mind.
That's what I mean. So you know, because you're in tune, right? When you're in the secret place every day, when you're praying, when you walk with Jesus, you know when He's speaking to you. So you were just being obedient in this.
How could you not be?
Yeah, right.
I mean, He didn't ask me to do that. But how could you not?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, He didn't ask me to become an artist to see me fail.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so
Amen.
I knew whatever was going to happen, it was going to be good.
That's cool.
And I'd already had 2 really good careers in architecture, which I loved, and in doing commercial real estate, which I loved. But nothing prepared me for how much I love being an artist. I love creating things. I love coming up to a canvas, and I have no idea what the end result's going to be. That is when I really knew that's the secret sauce of abstract art. That I know it frustrates a lot of people. Sometimes it frustrates me.
Yeah.
But just the mystery of it. I had no idea that was going to end up the way it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I never get tired of that.
Yeah, it's inspired, right? You go with how you're feeling at the time, right? Is that how you would say your process is, or do you just get out and just be disciplined and work? How is your process?
My process, sometimes I just get in the studio and just start working on something. I don't really have a grand idea. Somebody asked Picasso once where he got all of his inspiration and what he thought about the inspiration in his work. And his response was very cool. He goes, well, I believe in inspiration, but I find more often than not, inspiration, when it comes for me, I'm in the studio already working.
Yeah, amen, yeah. Yeah, it's just showing up, right? I've
Showing up.
Had this conversation so many times because, and it's not just in creativity, but any discipline. Like if you wait to be inspired to go work out, well, good luck. Most people are not going to be inspired to go work out. You just have to show up. Just do it. Just be disciplined. Go to the studio, paint, draw, do whatever it is, and give yourself permission to not be great, too, right? Just show up. And then that's when the muse does speak to you, when God does speak to you, you're there, you're ready.
Yeah.
You can receive it.
I mean, in that respect, it's a lot like being an architect or being in real estate. I mean, when I first joined SOM, I'm right out of college. And we were working on a 71-story building in downtown Houston, which is the green skyscraper downtown.
Okay.
And at the time, I'm a newbie. So okay, you need to design an elevator cab for us. And at the time, I was like, dang, man, that'd be awesome. I've never designed an elevator cab. I'm not sure I'd read in that many. So obviously, I did a good enough job because then they gave me something bigger.
I hope you did.
To do.
I hope you did a good enough job.
I mean,
whoever's in that elevator.
I find there's a lot of similarities between architecture and even commercial real estate and being an artist. Your process, it doesn't have to be the same process every time, but having a process is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think some artists shy away from it because they don't want somebody, even a voice in their head. They don't want anybody telling me what to do. And it's not me or anybody else telling me what to do. It's not like Jesus ever shows up and says, "I want you to paint this."
Right. If he does, call me. Let me know.
Yeah.
I want to come hang out. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're given reign. You're given freedom to create. In fact, I think it's one of the coolest things of being alive, being a human being. Like, God created, and I've had this conversation with several artists, right? The greatest creator of all time, God, right?
Yeah.
That's as close as we can get to having that sort of ability, right? Is to just make something out of nothing. I think it's a spiritual experience for a lot of artists, myself included. It seems like it is for you. In fact, it was catapulted by your religious experience. You know, I wouldn't say religious, your spiritual experience with the Holy Spirit, right? So it's a gift, really, that we're given. And now that's the gift that you give back to Him, right?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, it's more than a gift. You know, it says in the book of Genesis where we're made in the image of God. And one of the ways we're made in the image of God, He's the ultimate creator.
Yeah.
And so anybody that's a creative, that's God's DNA that He's put inside your heart. And it doesn't make a difference if you're a painter, if you're a chef, if you're a songwriter, a musician, you know, a poet, whatever.
Yeah.
Car mechanics. I mean, Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari.
Yeah.
Man, that guy was a creator.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And so it's everywhere around us if you just open your eyes and look.
Amen. Yeah, I love that. I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's something we should tune into more, I think. Before we go, I wanted to ask you one thing about one of your artist statements, because color is a big part of your work.
It is.
And so you tell stories with color. In fact, you had a quote that says, "Color is to me the visual reality of the divine mixed with our humanity. It provokes me to keep digging for the truths which each canvas contains." So what do you mean by it provokes you to keep digging?
One of the reasons that color is so important to me is all of our journeys out west. I mean, throughout the day, the colors just change.
Yeah.
It's really different in the morning than it is at 10 in the morning than it is to 1 in the afternoon to sunset.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have this incredible mixture of colors that happen just on that day.
Right.
And they're going to be different tomorrow.
Right.
Because, you know, the Lord says, "This is the day that I have made." And so every day has some new surprise for us. And I feel like that's why color is so important in most of my art. Although we're sitting in front of this black and tan painting, but I don't do a lot of these. But anytime I do a painting like this, which has very little color, and I go back to something like that, I've learned something about color that I did not know before. I'm not sure I could express it in words. I just know that something has shifted.
Something's happening.
And so it makes me look at, having done that, I'm going to approach my next colorful painting differently.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
But, you know, Georgia O'Keeffe, somebody asked her once why she painted the way she painted, and she goes, "Well, if I could say what I'm trying to say with words, I would, but I can't. So I have to use paint."
Yeah. It's cool. It's just another way to express.
That's it.
Whatever's in you. Yeah, I like the. I'm glad you brought that up. The black and white one, the more grayscale painting. Even this one, still has this little splash of blue down here.
It does.
Which gets my eye, the blue and white combo.
It does.
And then I think you juxtapose it perfectly, because then this won Best in Show at an abstract show here at the Artist Gallery in the Woodlands a while back. So like what's the most interesting man in the world? I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I don't always paint in black and white, but when I do, I win. So I'm just humble bragging for you. This is great. I love this conversation. We'll have to continue this again sometime.
Yeah.
Before we go, Chris, I have to ask you some rapid fire questions.
All right.
So we want to know these answers quickly. Don't think about it too much. This will give us a little indication into your background and to your psyche, right? No pressure. All right, so first question is coffee or tea?
Tea.
Red or blue?
Red.
There you go. All right. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Okay. Think about those out west sunsets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Video game or board game?
Board game.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Okay. Sketch or no sketch?
No sketch.
No sketch. All right. That one I wasn't sure with you. So, city block or country road?
Ooh, country road.
Okay. Comedy or drama?
Probably drama.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl. Okay, he's staying up late. Books or movies?
Wow. Movies.
Okay. Long walk or long drive?
Long walk.
Okay. Create with music or no music?
With music.
With music. Okay, what do you listen to when you're painting?
It's a mixed bag.
Okay. A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
Right on.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you in the mood.
Yeah. Just
Skydive or scuba dive?
skydive.
Okay. Have you ever skydived?
I have not.
No, me neither. You won't catch me up there though. Museum quality or street level energy?
Street level energy.
Okay, I can see that from you. And now the last one, art that whispers or art that shouts?
Art that whispers.
Okay,
You
right
won't,
on.
you won't find too much of my art that shouts at you.
Shouting, right on. And I think it all kind of goes back to that little whisper, that voice you heard. Hey,
Yeah.
go paint me something. Well, I hope you keep following that voice, Chris. If people want to see your work, they can go follow you on Instagram. We'll put your information up here on the screen at Chris Turner Artist. You can also find you on Facebook at Chris Turner Artist, and your website is christurnerartist.com. Stay tuned for shows and exhibitions around you. You're in the Dallas area, but you're in Houston a lot too. So
Yes.
You're from Houston, but living in Dallas now. So
Yeah.
we're happy to have you. Thank you for joining me
Thank you.
today. Like I said, we'll have to do this again. It's been a good time. Thank you, Chris.
Look forward to it.
Yes, sir. Have a good rest of the day. Peace.